Greetings, travelers. I'm Henry Silver, and this is Mercenary Adventures 9. Now, this is a bit of a special episode for me, so whether you're here for the premiere or watching it back later, I'm hoping you'll indulge me for a couple minutes. When I first started making videos for YouTube, it was a one-man show. I did the builds, I wrote the scripts, shot the footage, edited the footage, did it all. I had never done anything like this before in my life, and the learning curve was steep. It still is. As I got more experienced, I started doing collaboration builds. And in addition to collaborating on the builds, I started collaborating with the builders on videos and scripts as well. I was doing a collaboration build with a builder named Atlas himself. And we were bouncing ideas off each other, and he suddenly says, "Hey, why don't we have other players join us in-game and film a firefight?" And to be honest, I'd been thinking about this for a couple months, but I didn't figure anybody'd want to come in-game just to spend their time being bossed around by my dumbass. So I really just left it at a thought. And so I told Atlas, why don't you see if you could find anybody who's interested, and we'll try and shoot something in a couple days. So shoot time rolls around, and Atlas shows up, and he's got one other guy with him. And we needed 5 or 6, really, to make a good firefight. And so I start just browsing through Discord channels, and I noticed that my good friend Zoo Games was in an open chat with a couple other players. I pop in there and tell him what I've got planned. And Zoo was on board immediately. Grabbed up everybody else in chat, had everybody join my game and come to the build, and we shot a firefight. And it was a lot of fun. It really was. And that was the first time I ever used extras to film a firefight to spice up a video. And here we are today. Mercenary Adventures 9 has 10 different voice actors and another 10 or 15 people who joined in just to be extras. Come hang out. Now, I'm not sure if I would have had the confidence to continue on this path if it wasn't for the faith that Zoo showed in me. At the time of the Last Stand at Rayor video, I had a couple hundred subs, that's it. Zoo could have said no. A lot of bigger streamers would have, but he didn't. He said yes. And that forever changed the way I make videos and tell stories. Zoo was taken from us too early. Zoo may be gone, but he lives on in the memories of those lives that he touched. And I consider myself lucky to be part of that group. It is up to us to keep his name and memory alive. So, I've written a character named Zoo. And I'm incredibly honored that Flowery Squirrel immediately agreed to do the voiceover for it. Another big thank you has to go out to every single person who helped out specifically on Mercenary Adventures 9. I am humbled to say that not a single one of them reached out with a barrage of DMs. When's it coming out? When's it coming out? When are we going to see Mercenary 9? Nobody. Not a single one. I've talked with all of them. Mercenary Adventures 9, not brought up. And I doubt I would have been able to show the same restraint if our positions had been reversed. This episode has taken way longer than it should have. And I am supremely grateful for their patience. But thank you for your indulgence. I'm going to shut the hell up. Here's Mercenary Adventures 9.
Chief, execute emergency plan Gamma.
These walls look solid. Okay, hear me out. What if whatever happens during this communion with Mother is necessary for the void to maintain its hold over the inhabitants.
We join our story as Voidgek Rolf rages at the slow spread of the infestation and summons his bosun to explain.
You asked to see me, Voidgek?
Yes, Bosun. The infestation is not spreading fast enough. Why?
It seems that the purple crystals are impeding its growth somehow, Voidgek.
Impeding its growth. Explain. And how do we speed it up?
The spread is normal until it reaches a cluster of the purple crystals I call zones of dissonance. Once the infestation reaches these zones, its progress slows down significantly. Fortunately, the dissonance only seems to slow it down, not eradicate it like that element in Evoc.
Stay on it.
Understood, sir.
Master Advent has dispatched another freighter to pick us up. Until it gets here, we're stuck. We won't be idle, Draydrin. I want to spend our time here gathering as much information as we can about the Atlas and the latest attempt to subvert a mother's ascendance. Have you been able to gather any information from the crash ship under the freighter's nose?
Unfortunately not, sir. Just like the dissonant Sentinel's planet side, it resists any attempt at accessing its core.
Well, do you have the right equipment?
Normally, a crashed freighter wouldn't have much way of equipment. However, in this case...
Gamma!
Yes, Voidgate. Plan Gamma worked perfectly. And because it did, we have access to top-of-the-line gear that normally would have been destroyed.
Honestly, I never thought we'd have to use it.
I will admit, I was skeptical about the plan when you proposed it, sir.
Oh?
Well, sir, shield generators for cargo bay sounded like busy work. Something to keep me and my crew busy during the long warp. Guess I was wrong. The presence of the shield generators in the cargo bay protected most of my delicate equipment, as well as Mother's heart.
As glad as I am that your equipment survived, it was merely an added benefit. Protecting Mother's heart was of paramount importance. And now we can continue our glorious work on this world, while we wait for pickup.
Sir, why did you wait until the last possible second to activate them?
It was so that the dissonant interceptors were unaware of the cargo hold's importance, until it was too late. It was definitely nerve-wracking, but paid off handsomely in the end.
Inspired, sir. So what should I do now?
Nothing. Save the resources. You made an excellent point in that these zones of dissonance do not actually stop Mother's touch from spreading. So, we will be successful in the end. We need just wait. Keep looking for ways to circumvent the dissonance, and keep me updated.
Of course, Voidgate Rolf, sir. I've got several plans in the works. I'll let you know the minute one shows promise.
It's so quiet. Reminds me of Koshanov.
You were on Koshanov?
Keep your cool. What's your name?
Zoo, and you?
PFC Trenant. You could call me Tren.
What do you think we'll find down there?
Doesn't matter, as long as there's something to shoot.
You talk like a veteran.
Picking up a structure ahead. Tren, move the team up. Zoo and I will bring up the rear.
It's so quiet in here.
It's the deep breath before the plunge.
We made a terrible mistake. It's gained sentience. All squads evacuate immediately. Sanitation of the facility will commence in 5 minutes flat.
Patient Devil, the fat lady is on in 5. We don't want to be here when she takes the stage. Everybody needs to get back to the ships ASAP.
I haven't heard back from Nevada. I wonder how that bloodthirsty bastard Kill's ambush went last night. The best case scenario would be that they were successful, but Kill died, which would be one less set of suspicious eyes on me while I get ready to make my break. I wonder.
Anara, we've got a big problem. I need you to come with me to the dungeon right now. I'll fill you in on the way.
Of course, Zoo. What happened? Is it Kill?
What? No, the ambush was almost textbook, except for poor Navadra.
Really? What about Navadra?
There were only 6 voids come in the party. We fired a barrage of paralysis mortars and we hit them with very heavy doses of sedatives, the last of Malon's supply. But Navadra charged ahead and got caught in the blast. We got the voids come all tied up and knocked out fast, but Navadra had a pacemaker and the electro-paralysis mortars stopped his heart. None of the voids come were even stirring when we got back to the dungeon and got them all locked into their cells.
Poor Navadra. What was he thinking?
I'm getting to that. He rushed in screaming, "This is for my family," then boom.
So, what's the current emergency?
When I left to grab some sleep and mourn old Navadra, Kill was watching over the sleeping Void King. Just a few hours later I was awoken in the middle of the night by a comm from Kill saying, "You need to get down here like yesterday." I could hear muted roaring, so I moved like a monkey with its ass on fire down to the control room. What I saw next, I can never unsee.
The Void King broke out? How is that possible?
It's not. Navadra's construction was sound-ish. They didn't break out, but there was a design flaw that he had overlooked.
Wait, they didn't escape? What kind of flaw? I'm confused. Just tell me what happened.
Navadra built in a toilet unit, so the Void King didn't foul up the cells with their filth. He purposefully made it blocky and uncomfortable with sharp edges. Good old Nova. But in retrospect, a bad decision.
And now I'm completely lost. What do you mean?
When I got down to the dungeon, all the captives were dead.
Dead?
According to Kill and the surveillance footage, when they came to, they immediately began screaming for their mom. Or so Kill thought. The screams went on for a few minutes, then stopped. So Kill got curious and checked the monitors. He watched and each one began slamming their head repeatedly onto the sharp corners. And they didn't stop until they cracked their skulls open.
That's horrible!
I'm having Malin meet us down there to see if any are still alive, but from what I saw, that seems very unlikely. And they didn't call for their mama, they all called for mother. All together. It was really weird.
I see. Okay, let's go.
Anara, Zoo. I tried to stop her, but she rushed right past me.
What do you mean? Who rushed past you?
Marlin. She came down, looked at the monitors for a minute, and then ran into that detention room.
Shit. Is the Voidkin in that room still alive?
What do you mean? His fucking head is split open. He can't be. Right?
So you don't know? Damn it.
I saw this one's chest rise on the monitors, so I rushed in here to see if he could be saved.
And can he?
Unfortunately, no. He paralyzed himself before he could finish the job and land the killing blow. He'll still die, but not quickly like the others.
Mother.
Hey, fuck you, and your mama too, and your daddy. I'll see you all rot in hell.
I can't feel you, Mother. Please do not forsake me. Kill me, please, so that I can once more bathe in her presence.
No way, no how. I'm gonna sit here and watch you die slowly.
You'll have to pardon my overzealous friend. You want to die so you can bathe in Mother's presence again, do you?
Mother.
I can help with that. You just need to answer my questions. Either you tell me how I can cleanse our planet from the void and I kill you now, or you keep quiet and I make sure you die slowly, keeping you from your bath for weeks or even months.
I will not betray Mother.
Is it really betrayal? I'm sure she misses you. Wouldn't she want you to do everything possible to get back to her as fast as you could?
You're trying to trick me. Return me to Mother. Kill me.
You ain't gonna see your mama again, just like she can't see the sorry state you're in.
What my friend said is true. Mother will never know if you were loyal or not. And the sooner you help us, the sooner you can feel her warm, comforting embrace again.
Mother, no. Don't listen.
Just tell us about the infestation. And I promise I will not tell Mother, and neither will anyone else. Agreed?
Agreed.
Mother's touch is driven by Mother's heart. It is a piece of her. It is housed in the crashed freighter's cargo bay and protected by Gamma. Its destruction would save your world, but it would only be a temporary respite. Soon all of creation will bask in Mother's embrace, or bow to Mother's will and burn.
Temporary or not, I'll take any break I can get. Thanks, friend.
You promised!
Waste of a bolt.
We made a promise. My word at least still means something.
Gather everyone who could be here by tomorrow morning, Zoo. We've got one last throw of the dice to save our planet. Nothing will be held back. By this time tomorrow, either Mother's heart will be destroyed or we'll all be dead.
On it.
You ladies got the hardest job of all. Even if we do succeed, there's gonna be wounded. I need yous to get the infirmary ready for an influx of patients. Gather every drop of medical supplies that you can. Now is not the time to hoard them against some future emergency.
There isn't much, but we'll be as ready as we can. I could use some help rearranging some supplies if you're feeling up to it, Anara.
Of course.
Anara, we've become friends, right?
Absolutely. What's wrong?
At least my plan is working.
I need your word. This stays between us.
Of course.
Leverage. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, Malin. Spit it out.
Well, shortly after joining Nevadra here, I began having nightmares. The void spreading, fire, terrifying images, memories of faces that fade away, and the screams. Anara, those screams. Anyway, I started taking sedatives to help keep the nightmares at bay.
Sedatives? Didn't Zoo say they were in short supply?
They are. Which is why I don't want Keel or Zoo to find out that I've been hiding supplies of them for personal use.
Oh, Malin. Listen, with Zoo away gathering everyone, you are the only medical care in the area. Soon, we're going to be flooded. You need to be functioning at the very top of your game for this.
Keel can't know. He can be kind of inflexible in this area. Please don't tell him.
I gave you my word, but why do you need my help?
It's one thing to take sedatives that might not be used. But since there's a very real possibility that we're going to be dealing with wounded shortly, I want to return them to the main supply. But all that death in the cells has shaken me. I think I need to lay down for a while. Will you return the sedatives while I recover my wits?
Of course. Turnaround is fair play. You saved my life when it was hanging by a thread and nursed me back to health. The very least I can do is help you rest.
Thank you, Anara. I'm lucky to have met such a good friend.
Me too. Your quarters then. Lead on.
I never thought about it that way. I mean, she did save me, and she has been a good friend. Wait, no, shush, no.